A pleasure to be speaking with everybody today. Congrats on Isabel's Garden. And I'll throw the first question at Valery. I'll say, Valery, how much of Christina is there in you, the human being?
Oh my goodness. A lot of her. Christina, she knows what she wants. She is I am not a mother. I haven't had my own children, but I feel like I have very motherly qualities and she is a protector. I could relate to that about Christina and I can't relate to the guarded part, but I just feel like she's very in this film and where we meet her in her life, she's trying to find the balance. And I could relate to that
Mhm.
in so many different ways. And she's outspoken. I don't think I'm as brave as her with like how forward she can be, but it's definitely in my inner monologue so- sometimes. So there's a lot. I'm actually in a blended family as well, and this was really fun that Kit was able to
Mhm.
bring the story to life and allow us as actors to explore what that would be, right? If the one variable, the person who's bringing everybody together is taken away, like what happens? And she just did such a phenomenal job in what these characters went through and what is now Isabel's garden.
Well said. Now, Manuel, same question at you with the Diego character. Different than you in a tr serious way, in a major way?
You know, I'm a dad as well. I have a 12-year-old, and I consider to be I consider myself to be a good dad and kind. And there's always challenges with dealing with a preteen. And the funny thing is when my daughter Ira saw the film for the first time, she's like, "Papa, you're so sweet in this movie." And I'm like, so one of my takeaways is I'm going to be more like Diego. As a dad, I'm going to be a lot more patient and understanding. But yeah, that's the one thing in that character that I really connected with. And he was an artist and a painter, and getting to play a role like that really inspires you to do a lot of things.
Throwing it to Gabriela, two-parter, because you've been very patient and waiting for your turn at the mic here. How much of Isabel is there in you? That's part one. And part two, how'd you wind up in this one? Did you know Kit? Was it a traditional audition? Tell me.
It was a traditional audition. When I first read the script, I immediately fell in love with the story and I knew that I wanted to be a part of it. Um, One of my favorite things to do when I'm reading a script and figuring out my character is figuring out how much we are alike, what are the things that we are alike and the things that we are different. And I found that with me and Isabel, there weren't that many differences. I'm also like a very internal person and I think a lot if I even say anything. And that's a big thing with her too, is that she's constantly has things in her mind. So I do find that I was very similar to her. I don't have the amazing dance moves that she has, but I did find a lot of similarities between her and I.
Well, back to Valerie here. How did you wind up in this great film? Was it a traditional audition? Did you know anybody? And following up on that, did you know anybody in the film before working on it?
So let me tell you how it is these days. So it's not even like a traditional audition because back in the day, I'm gonna age myself a little bit, but we used to get to go into a room and like have an audition in front
Right.
of a casting director. So fast forward to, COVID and where we are now. So it was a traditional audition in the sense I didn't know anybody, but I just, give you inside scoop. So I got to audition on at my house. So we get the script and then you put yourself on tape, like that's what it's called, and you
Right.
send your tape to the casting and then you get a callback. So the callback was really fun because that's when I got to essentially be directed by Kit. Manuel was there. And this was also still via Zoom. So it's such a different world when it comes to auditioning these days, which is like wild. Also fun, but also like I like connecting with people, so it's weird. So it was an audition, but it was like, 2025. Or, well, 24 or 20. When did we
Yeah.
do this? 23? When did we audition?
Uh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different time for auditions.
But if I can chime in, Darren,
Please.
every actor in this movie was casted through the normal casting process in the sense nobody was given this role other than the one person, which is technically me, because I'm married to Kit. And I mentioned we couldn't get Pedro Pascal in the first to play Diego, so I jumped in. But no, Gabriela, Valery, Karen, Jane, Ptolemy, Veronica, all of these incredible actors really connected with the character, gave incredible performances in their auditions and callbacks, and it was clear that they were meant to play the role. So yeah, nobody, there's, again, nobody was given the role because they knew somebody. We had a chance to go through that. I know the casting director, Jeff Gaffner, he went through thousands and thousands of tapes, and you withers that down to like the top 20, the top 10, the top 5. So it was quite a process casting this, but it was a beautiful process, and I feel like we knocked it out of the park.
And Gabriella, bringing it to you before we wrap here, being mindful of your time, because a lot of people want to speak to you, wonderful folks. Playing the character that the film is named after, did you know all along that the film was named after the character, or is it a working title scenario and they went on the last day, guess what? We didn't want you to have a big head, and knowing the film was named after you?
No, I did. I did know the title of the film as I got to audition, and I got the full script as well. So I got to read the story, and again, that's just what instantly drew me into the story as well.
Got it. Well, congratulations to you all on your time. Why am I congratulating you on your time? Congratulations on your work on this film. And
Thank you.
Everybody is
Darren,
great
thank you for
credits.
watching it.
So I'm looking forward to what's coming next. I mean, not a lot of people, Valery, can pull off date movie and Isabel's Garden. So all of you are versatile, and it's wonderful to see the work shown on the screen.
We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. OG fan over there.
Paltrocast.